My sister's getting married, so today we're going to make her a wedding gift. We're going to engrave champagne glasses using our 2616 and the rotary tool. Hey, I'm Raeann.
And I'm Dwayne.
And we're Energy Engraving. On this channel, we talk about lasers, crafting, and how to grow your business. So if you're interested, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back weekly with tips on how to master your craft and grow your business.
So for this video, we're going to be engraving a champagne glass. So what we're going to do first is we're going to find a file online. Then we're going to prepare that digital file for the engraving. We're also going to set our settings. So they're very important for glass. And then we're also going to set up a rotary tool. So that's important too. We need to enable that on our AP Lazer 2616. And then once we get all that ready, we're going to do the engraving. All right, so we're here on LightBurn here now. And we've got our wedding bells just brought into here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a template now just to be able to put the wedding design together. When Raeann used to do this used to take her hours. So now we're able to do a glass in like 2 minutes. And it's just a whole new game changer for us. So what I'm going to do first, it's going to be on a champagne glass. So I'm just going to make a square. And the square, I'm going to make it a 2x2. And that's going to be my template that I'm going to use for the engraved glass. So I'm going to turn that box red. And what I'm going to do is just take the wedding bells and I'm going to shrink them down because we're going to be doing a glass for Raeann's sister and my sister-in-law for their wedding. So I'm going to just center those bells in the square. Now what I'm going to do is pick a font. I like to pick like a nice fancy font for the bride that I'm going to put on top of the bells. So one of the ones that I really like to use that is popular for me, and I have hundreds, and you can get hundreds from online, different websites, is the Edwardian script. And I just found it a real good fancy writing. It's a real good wedding kind of style. So I'm just going to make that a bit bigger. And just put the bride up over the bells. And probably at a 0.75 would be good. And there we go. And now what I'm going to do is just put her date underneath. And I like to put that into a more solid font. So Cambria, I love to use. It's a real popular font for me when I do dates and whatnot. So 08/16/2025 is the date that they will be getting married. So I'm going to put that just in the bottom of the wedding bells, and it's going to be a little bit smaller underneath. And now I'm just going to, I'm going to group the wedding bells first to make sure that it all stays intact here and that I can make the template the way that I want to make it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and highlight everything and I'm going to center it to make sure that everything is centered on my screen. And computer is just a little slow here, so bear with me.
So the reason when Dwayne said it used to take me hours to do glasses is because I began by etching glasses by hand. So I would take, it was like a shelf liner or like a sticky tack stuff, and I put it over my glass, and then I would hand cut the designs out. And after that, I would burn the surface of the glass with acid. So that was the reason that we kind of went into the idea of getting into laser engraving, because I got so busy with that, I couldn't keep up, and I found AP Lazer. So that is how it all began, and now you'll see the difference. One of these times, maybe we'll do a little thing where I
think we should
hand engraved glass, and then to see how fast or how slow it is, I guess, compared to the laser engraver. So we're able now to mass produce, and we weren't able to do that before.
All right. So what I'm going to do here now, I'm just going to line everything just to make sure that they are straight, and just want to bring it inside of our box. So right now, I'm going to take our box away, and I'm going to do our little screen trick. I'm just going to hit our screen just to make sure that we're going to engrave the full logo and there's nothing in there that might jeopardize the engraving. And just looking at it here now, everything looks fine. There's nothing on the outside. And it just shows me down here as well. So a glass that used to take Raeann maybe an hour to do, it's going to take us 47 seconds to do this champagne glass. And when you take that into account with AP Lazer, it just makes sense that you can mass produce, and I can now complete 10 glasses in 10 minutes or less, as opposed to doing one glass in an hour. So now that we got this template created, what I'm going to do is we want to make broad end groom. So I'm just going to copy. So I just hit Control-C, paste it. So now I've got 2 copies of the broad and groom. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ungroup my second one, and I'm going to just backspace the broad, and I'm going to put in green. So see how simple that was? So that's the groom, and that's the broad. Before we jump to the shop, we just need to get everything set up in our laptop to make sure that it's ready for the engraving at the shop. So what we're going to do first is each one of these actually has to be rotated 90 degrees. And it's the way that the position of our rotary tool is going to be. So we're going to rotate these first a negative 90 degrees and just have those ready for the engraving. So now they're ready. And now what I'm going to actually do here is enable the rotary tool. So you need to do that by going to your laser tools and scrolling down here and hitting your rotary setup. Then you'll have a box here, and you simply enable your rotary. Now, right here now, it's showing 360 steps per rotation. That should be at 7,500 for the specific rotary that I'm going to be using. And then I'm going to click OK. So now everything is ready. We have our settings that we need to put in here. So I always engrave my glasses at an 18 speed and a 20 power and a 0.003 scan gap. So now the files are ready, and we're ready to jump to the shop and get the engraving ready.
So we find this a good way to make a run of glasses because, as you know, in a wedding party, there's a bride to groom, the maid of honor, the best man, bridesmaids, groomsmen. So this is a really easy way to speed up your work. And then, as you can see again, it shows 47 seconds per glass. In between that, you're going to be changing out on your rotary. So we'll get into that now of how to set up the rotary and get ready for the laser engraving.
Okay, so we're here at the shop. We're going to engrave our champagne glass. We're not going to engrave it on our big beast back here. We're going to use our first laser that we got when we originally opened up our shop, our 2616. So we're just going to hop over to the laser now and get it all set up. All right, so we got our glass here. Now what we're going to do first is there's 2 different axes on the laser. So you got the X and Y. So basically when you set up the rotary tool, you disable the X axis. So it's only the Y that's going to be working right now. So what we need to do is on the control panel here, we need to hit our up arrow. And what it's going to do is going to roll back the numbers from 9,999. And we want to roll that back to about 8,000 because we're only going to do a glass. Maybe we don't need to go that far, but we're going to go that far anyway. And what that does is it gives the glass space. So if you didn't roll this back, basically you're going to start your engraving and it's going to stop. So it's not going to complete the whole surface area. So now I've got it rolled back. at 7,800. I know that I'm going to be safe with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put my glass in now. So we're going to do that. And now what we want to do is we want to line it. So a lot of people, when they do glass, they draw a line down the middle. They make sure that it's all lined up. I used to do that. I've been at it a long time now. I don't need to do that anymore. So eventually you'll get quicker at your glasses as well. So how I line this is I take it from where the red beam is here, and then I'm just going to slide it over. And how I line it is on this part here, I see the red dot between halfway, and that's why I know that it's level on each side. So I don't draw any lines anymore. So I use that for a guide. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my glass is level. Good. And it is up a little bit, so I'm just going to move it down a little bit. And now what I want to do is the engraved area that I'm going to be engraving, I want to make sure that it's good at the top of the glass and the bottom of the glass. So there is a bit to it. It is level there. I'm going to move it back to the back of the glass now. And it is level there. So if it wasn't, this toggle right here can bring it up and bring it down. Now there's many different rotary tools out there that you can get. This one I've had for 7 years. I use it faithfully. I'll probably never stop unless it breaks. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go back and I'm just going to frame the area of the glass that I'm going to engrave. So I'm going to hit the origin button and I'm just going to frame it. So that one really quick. So how do we know that the glass didn't move? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark a little dot with one of my markers. So this is just a dry erase marker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm actually going to put a black dot by my red dot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to origin it and lock it into place. And I'm going to frame it again and just make sure that it lands back to that black dot again. And it did. So we see now that that's rotating correctly. So now I can go ahead and start the laser engraver. And now we're going to go ahead and show you the engraving. So we're going to do the broad glass just to show you. And then I'm going to wipe that black dot off. Then you'll see the finished product. So here we go. So this rotary engraver is actually from AP Lazer. This one I use on a regular basis. It's been my baby, and unfortunately AP Lazer don't make this this brand of rotary tool anymore. But I love it, and I hope that I have it for years and years to come.
All right, so this is the finished product. I think it turned out so pretty. I think my sister's going to like it, but you let me know what you think. I'm actually the maid of honor, so I'm in charge of a lot of wedding decor, so I'll be doing a lot more videos like this with different things. We do glasses for all occasions, weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and in all honesty, I can't believe I used to do these by hand. On our rotary today, it took us 47 seconds to engrave one glass. Hand etching, I could be anywhere between 20 minutes to an hour, so it definitely saves a lot of time. It saves my hands. It saves my eyes. Yeah.
So if you like our tutorial, I mean, subscribe below, like us. We're going to be coming back with more different things that we're going to be doing. Glass is just one option. We got lots of other things that we're going to be doing in the future. So subscribe to us and yeah. Cheers.